It's a bit difficult to get the lighting right on the back of my head. I'm always worried about the crown going. This is 2 months regrowth, and I've bravely sat in a class of 20-year-olds. I'm 40. As my head was shaved 60 days ago, approximately. When it was shaved, it conformed to the head, and they never met me before. I was just some guy with a shaved head, an older guy with a shaved head. And as it's grown, all I've done is had some witticisms and so on. If you've watched my videos, you know what sort of humour I've got. It's hit and miss, really. Sometimes I come across as aggressive and whatever. When I look in the mirror, I don't look like I do on the screen. It's a bit of a pain in the ass. It's got to be to do with the coning of the lens. Look how thick that hair is there, and then nothing. But surprisingly, there are some stray hairs growing there, and even a big one coming right out, right here. So it shows where the hair used to be. That's really quite visibly thinning there. So as you've learned in some of my previous lessons, or just common sense, you know this. If you're going to cut a leaf shape out, like I do, and then stick it on, it's coming up to winter now, so the glue's not going to be melting and being all shitty with me. So winter's good, but I'm going to stay there all year. They actually hacked into my Facebook. They found out what my full name was. They hacked in, and they just started looking up all the videos I've ever done and found this video diary I'd made or something and posted it, and they've all been laughing at me behind my back. Me and this other guy in class, he's an ex-cop. They've been stalking me. It's because I'm so uncool that they want to have the maximum amount of fun possible. These are jocks, some of these kids in this is acting class, so you wouldn't expect that. Anyway, I don't understand. I've never seen anything like it, except in American movies, like in Carrie, when they pour pig's blood on her head after they've voted her to be the homecoming queen as a joke, to try to trick her into thinking she's worth something. But they're making faces, they're incessant. And because 10 of them went up to, they didn't like what I'd said in this video that they'd found. They gone through 300 videos of mine and just searched out which one was the most incriminating so they could get me. I had not done anything to them, I promise you. Maybe I'd smiled at them for too long and they thought I was an old pervert. I think that's what it was. Because of this. As this grew and became less and less conformed to the scalp, it's either on or off, isn't it? You don't have this mid-growth. This is better than it has been, unless it's sort of sticking down, but that's not good. It doesn't look good. I can't remember what the start of the sentence, I'm just tired. Anyway, they've been harassing me, they've been stalking me, they've been defaming me. If defaming is taking something I've done before and publishing it. Anyway, the question is, and it was going to be, if you were me and you cared about their opinion, would you do it or not do it? Would you stay with this or cut it shorter? Fuck, the thing is, it's highly embarrassing. It's highly embarrassing, the whole situation. I mean, I've been going nuts just being harassed like that, bullied every single day. I've got to go back in there. These fucking 20-year-olds, I'm 40. I haven't done anything to them. And school was basically put on hold the other day while they did an inquiry. This was a 17-year-old video that I posted, and they found it and they posted it so they could mock me. Not only them, but their other friends on Facebook. You know, 20-year-olds have like 1,000 friends on Facebook. Anyway, I'm not sure where else they posted it. So, it's a pretty difficult situation. But it also helps me realise that I don't care what they think either way. But this is an acting course, and I'm seeing a lot of industry people who will be deciding whether or not I have a future on television. Here's the situation. It's taken 2 months to grow this long. I can't trust that this will grow 3 times longer. That's all it's grown in 2 months. 3 times longer within the next month and a half. Because next week is week 8, so there are 3 weeks to go. 8, 9 and 10. After week 10, we're on a break for 1 month. So that's approximately 7 weeks of growth. Not even a month and a half. Well, yeah, a bit over a month and a half. 7 weeks. So there's no way I can get more than that, which means I've got to stick something on there and then glue it back or push it back in a style like that while this is shorter. Whereas the hairstyle perfectly would go to about there, which means I'd have to throw away every hairpiece I've ever made, start cutting back to there, and get an angled mirror over the top of my head so I could just stick it on at all times. Always have a shaved head, and then just plonk it on there as necessary, and then just reshave my head to sort of 1 or 0 if I ever change my mind. Because this whole 3 months to get the hair ready to start doing it. I mean, I was trying to wear a hat during a scene, but they won't let me. The teachers came and grabbed it off my head and threw it, and I was like so embarrassed, but I had to put it out of my mind. They were just like, you know, laughing. Been a very bad few weeks. But I'm learning a lot. The teachers like me, and I'm going well. Although, not really a face you'd want to see on television at the moment. What would you choose? Bald? Shaved? Completely? Down to 0 to... Give me a number, if you know what razor blade settings are. If you know what these measurements are. This is actually called a 3, which is 10 millimeters. You can even go 0. But I'll tell you what, I'm not going to do that. I've got a tattoo on the back of my head here. Because I knew one day I'll probably go bald. It just reiterates to me that there are options. I've been bald in front of all these people, and I've seen the respect level. It's in the negatives in that age, when talking to that age group. I don't want to have to worry about what age group is around me in order to be treated in a decent way. And hoping and praying that the world will be like my mummy told me, that people are nice and people don't judge a book by its cover, etc. It's simply not true. Also, your personality is supposed to match your appearance. So if you are ugly, you won't get away with being confident. It's like, who's this dickhead? Know your place. And that's exactly, I think, what's happened here. This ugly old pervert man, me, a class of 20-year-olds, thinks he's allowed to talk to us, even though he's the same age as my parents and teachers and stuff. Which is an amazing experience for me, interacting with the teachers as a kind of equal for the first time in my life. You wouldn't think to go back and do that. Nobody else really does it except the other guy in my class. And then the drop down from his age to the rest is probably 19 years. So it's just me and him. There are some nice people in there, but it's just, in general, I feel completely mocked. And I'll tell you what, this haircut, as it is, I don't want to be seen like this. The solution is a hat.